Recording in progress.
Watercooler.
Bam, bam, banana.
Watercooler.
Bam, bam, banana.
Hey, welcome to Watercooler. I like, Dawson, we were kind of like the band Boston just now.
That was Harmony Licks, dude. I'm
Those
Tom
are-
Schultz.
Those are
Yeah.
harmony licks. I
Yeah,
loved
Harmony
it.
Licks.
Thank you for joining me on that. I hope everybody's harmony licking along with us. The show goes, all right, Chris Locks want to kick it with my Coral Digital buds of yesteryear with me today all the way. You heard him harmonizing with my licks, just licking in harmony. It's Mr. Mike Dawson.
Just licking away, man. Mouth licking away.
Yeah.
Yep. Mouth licking the days away.
It's just if you want to
Your mic
harmonize,
disconnected or something, bud. We can't hear you at all.
you can't hear me.
I heard Chris.
Can you not hear me?
I heard Dawson.
Okay, good.
It was my end. Sorry.
Okay, sweet.
All right. Well, do you need us to do the mouth licks again? Did you miss
I mean,
those?
we can talk about mouth licking.
No,
Mouth
I
licking
heard the
good.
mouth licks.
Can we stop talking about mouth licking Gary's whatever?
Ba-na-na-na-na-na.
It's just, just more than a feeling.
Mhm.
And then all the way in Austin, Texas, it's Matt Fondelier.
Hey, mouth lickers.
Oh, yeah. And then all the way in Orange County, California, it's Gary Smith.
Ew.
Oh, don't give me the ew now. How dare you? All right. Look, we got a lot of show to get into. I just came back from a little family vacay. And also, just a little preview, I have my journal
Oh, yes.
from my bus road trip where I shall be sharing excerpts. I don't know. There's a lot of them, so just
What's the name of this segment again?
Bussin' makes me feel good.
That's right. Okay, sweet. Good. Now I feel bad. I feel so good about the whole thing now.
Don't we
Thank
all?
you.
Thanks. Yeah, thank you, Gary,
I love it.
for naming that wonderful segment. All righty. Well, look,
No Kalen today.
Nope, no Kalen today. Yeah, I don't know why. No reason, no call. But there
He
was a
said it
call,
was going to
no
be
show.
tough. He said,
He
it,
said
would
it
be tough.
might be tough.
Might be tough.
What do you think that means?
I don't know.
It usually means he won't be here. If I tell you guys that something might be tough, that usually means I'm 100% out.
In my experience, Dawson, I feel like you often say that you're not going to be there, and then we see that you showed up.
Always
That
keep
is-
them guessing.
There's
has
that.
Dawson has surprised us in the past. It has happened. All right, look. So I just came back from Scottsdale, Arizona for a nice little Christmas vacation on the weekend of January 3rd, excuse me. Either way, it wasn't Christmas. And still, it was a wonderful time. Traveling with a youngin', a toddler. I guess he's a toddler now.
He is.
Weird to say.
How old is he?
One.
He's been toddling for about a week.
He's been toddling.
He's toddling.
though. He's newly toddled.
I've seen it on the gram. He toddles.
He's a toddler, and I didn't really know what to expect now because last year when we did this trip, he was a baby, just slept the whole way. So I really had nothing to prepare myself for what this trip could entail. At least the flight. It's just an hour flight from LA to Phoenix or Long Beach.
Sounds like.
Now, hold on. Did you make the mistake of going LA to Phoenix, or did we do Long Beach to
Long Beach
Phoenix?
to Phoenix.
Okay, that's very different.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You said you didn't know what to expect. Now, I do not have a child, but given the scenario of going on an hour-plus long flight with a 1-year-old, I would expect pooping, puking, and peeing
Well, that's just
Is that
in
all you
great
think that-
great quantitude.
Is that all you think the babies do? It's 1 hour.
Well, I mean, yeah. How much time do they need to do that stuff? I feel like that'll happen again and again and again in that time.
it's nonstop, right, Matt?
I had a puppy. That thing peed every 15 fucking minutes.
That's true.
So 4 times over the course of the flight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peeing and then puking and then pooping.
You got a dog on a flight, Matt?
No, Gary's messing up this whole metaphor.
All right.
This is not a metaphor, Matt.
Well, anyway,
So, Chris, what was your experience?
brought a bunch of toys, so we, for some reason, just because this is kind of the methodology. Is that the word?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Of the way we want to parent is we're trying to not do this as much screen time as possible.
LOL. You're also trying not to make your house look like mine. Good luck, bucko.
Wow, that one really stuck with you.
It sure did.
And your wife. So
Fucking firing shots over here as you drive away from my house. How dare you? Who do you think you are? You think you're special?
Oh, I'm not.
Get
I'm
outta
definitely
here.
not. Well, anyway, so we've been so we were thinking, okay, we got toys, we have books, we got the works, we got food.
Diapers.
Oh, well, Matt, he poops every 10 minutes. Yeah, we got to have diapers, dude.
There you go.
So we're getting on the plane. He's an angel for the first 10, 15 minutes. Just silent, kind of curious, looking around, and then
Then you get that pressure.
Then he gets a little anxious, a little angsty, but nothing a bad way. I mean, for the most part, he was actually really great, and compared to other kids on the plane, probably the best one. But there was times where he was getting anxious, he was getting whiny, he was making sure we knew about it vocally, to where I get anxious then because I don't want to bother anybody else. I have a weird thing about bothering strangers. I can't do it. I hate doing it. I hate the fact that I could almost...
No, good call, dude. Because I was on a flight recently with a kid screaming. I was like, fuck those parents. Why can't they shut that baby up?
I will say one of the most boss moves I've ever heard. I can't remember exactly who it was, but a celebrity was flying back from New York to LA with their kids, and they got on and just handed out Bose headphones, noise canceling headphones, to like
That's
everyone in the
amazing.
surrounding seats. And we're just like, we're sorry. There's nothing we can do about this, but hope this helps.
Yeah.
I love that.
I remember when...
Why didn't you do that, Chris?
Yeah. How
Yeah.
embarrassing.
Yeah, Chris, just drop $3,000. No big deal.
Just get some Bose noise
You got that
canceling.
Yamaha money now.
I do.
Yeah.
We probably make some headphones like that. So I remember like there's a trip I was with Gary when he was like, F those parents. Like, oh no, wait, no, those are just old people who are having trouble standing on the train. That's right. I knew they're probably parents. I forget. Anyway, so
There would be a perfect dovetail into retelling the other story having to do with me and Plains. Fucking asshole.
I'm staying away from that. I didn't even. You're the one.
No,
that
you're
brought
right.
that
It's
up.
been a whole week. Thank you for your restraint. Hawk.
Anyway, so we're trying to do no screen time, and then I thought to myself,
Okay, dear.
we're about, I don't know, 4/5 into this trip, no screen time, but he's getting really anxious, and I thought to myself, I agree. I don't want to do the screen time thing, and I really am pushing for like as little as possible. Like in restaurants, we don't do it.
All joking aside, Chris, every parent is.
I know, and then I thought to myself, but I would watch a screen right now on a plane. As a, why are we all raw dogging it here?
Yeah.
That
You
is
just
the
totally
trend.
raw dog that flight, bro.
Like usually I have my in-ears in or my noise canceling headphones, and I watch a movie. But now here we all have to do this because we don't want him to do it. And I thought, what difference is it gonna make if I want to watch it? He should be able to watch it too. So last 8 minutes threw on a little Coco, and man, what a nice ride it was after that. But I will say, so boarding a plane, and this is a LPT, a life pro tip for the new parents if you're going to fly, is, especially when you're flying Southwest, because I constantly forget to check in until it's way too late, is they let families board before everybody else.
True. Well, not before everybody else, but you get to board before the A group.
Yeah, before most, which is
Yeah.
nice.
Just some bullshit. No, because my wife and I, we're a fucking family too. All right, all families, we're a family. Respect all
with small
families.
children. Families with small children.
All right.
Families with small
And I
children.
think you get the board at the same time as military veterans.
Dude, and I must say, like,
At least they provided a service. I thank them for their service. The babies didn't do shit.
there are, there was a, so we were waiting in the pre-boarding area to board this flight, and there were military veterans, active military, us, and a single mom with 4 kids, wearing the infant, pushing a double stroller and just having like some other little kid just running around. And the people in the military looked at her and were like, "You're a hero." Like, oh yeah, you get up for us. You go. You. Thank you for your service. Because yeah, I mean that's crazy. 4 kids by yourself flying. I'm just like, where's your man? I know he's not far. You have a baby right here. But I think she said that he was military too, so it worked out. That he's busy. He's busy being a hero as well. So anyway, I think about that lady, like 4 kids, and just one of them she has to wear. So anyway, Scottsdale was amazing. They do that huge Christmas celebration, Dawson. We've been there when you were insanely sick.
Chris, did you go to the new restaurant that they recently renovated?
Yeah, Toro, great.
How was it?
Went everywhere. Oh, it was extremely beautiful. All the renovations were awesome. It's on the 18th green of TPC Scottsdale, where the stands are up for the waste management.
It was already pretty, and from what I've seen on Instagram, they killed it with the remodel.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a Shaylock?
No, we're not. Just the food. I mean, the food is incredible. It's all 10 out of 10. Like in La Hacienda, the Mexican place there, best Mexican food I've ever had. I'll say it. I live right here in Southern California, and I go to Arizona for my Mexican food.
If you're going to go visit the Fairmont Princess, where Chris just got back from, you need to make sure that you're there for at least 3 meals, because it is a real Sophie's choice if you have to skip one of the restaurants at this place. Yeah. I mean, they are all so freaking good.
I indulged. Anyway, so and then came back on Sunday, and and man, it's weird how I always say it's weird how tired you feel after a vacation. Like you go there to relax, and then when you get home, all you want to do is just be like, I just got home. Give me a break here, everybody. Lay off. Give me a few days to recoup from this vacation. But it's a weird thing that we have. So anyway, but I'm back, and I just had a stellar time. And this conversation, or my trip, is in no way like sponsored. I know we bring up the Fairmont Scottsdale all the time, but it's not sponsored. But if you call in and reserve your reservation under Bobo Boy, you will not get a discount. But anyway,
you're gonna get a couple of raised eyebrows.
You might. All right, look. So as I said, I got this journal here, which I want to get into. I don't really know how to do this. So, backstory. In 2006, in the summer of 2006, me and 15 other close friends all pitched in, bought a school bus, took it around the country for about a month and a half, and and just went out on the road. We had to tell our jobs. I remember I got an interview at Macaroni Grill. Oh, and I told them in the interview, like, hey, if you hire me, I got to leave for the summer because I got this trip. Which, by the way, the guy who interviewed me was like, "Yeah, you got to go on that. That's amazing."
Nice.
Yeah,
Dad, a good place to work.
Dads loved hearing about this trip that we were doing. Anyway, and so we.
I guess there was no shortage of pasta engineers to fill your place.
That's true.
You got to be able to be a waiter and sing, though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and write your name upside down.
Yeah, that's really tricky.
Thank you. You guys really understand.
That's a fucking skill. I mean, if that's not still on your LinkedIn, then you're doing it wrong.
No, it's a video of me. I put a video up.
Okay, good.
Of me doing it.
Chris, can I ask a couple questions just to give the journal a little more context?
Yes.
What motivated you to write a journal, aka have you always been a journal writer? And when you were deciding to write a journal, did you have anything in your mind as to like what these pages would ultimately hold?
Now, Matt, I would have used either IE or EG where you said AKA. I just want to get that out of there. Okay.
I definitely should not have said AKA.
Yeah.
It's not.
It bothered me.
Don't worry.
No, and I'm glad you corrected me.
Thank you. It's my job.
I was not a journaler. I think in judging by this first entry that I have that I'm looking, or in parentheses I started this on June 30th, but the trip started on the 25th, so I'm going to recap the first few days because I'm guessing being on the bus was just so boring because we had to do a lot of driving that we just had to do something to fill the time. And this is before smartphones. This was
before the iPhone. Yeah.
Yeah, this is before we could watch Coco on an iPad. So, you're just stuck there with your thoughts, listening to music, and I think
dark days.
So you thought I can do some writing here, make the most of my time.
I loved reading. I loved ping pong. It only made sense.
Yeah,
that
it's pretty exciting.
I would jump in and write. Yes. So anyway, so I found this in my attic. Actually, I had a shoebox with all the pictures and all like the newspaper articles and the whatever.
Pictures, you say?
Yeah, I have plenty of pictures. Like I didn't bring them into this very room because I didn't think I was gonna have to show them. I think I have one here's a Polaroid. Here, there's a Polaroid. I think you could see that there.
Hey,
there you go.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, Tennessee.
Which one are you?
06, and there's Matt Edgar, comedian Matt Edgar, friend Taylor, Vince, and Andrew. So, I had a Polaroid.
So none
cameras.
of them, Dawson, would be the answer. He is none of them.
Yeah.
For all we know, this could be someone else's Polaroid.
It could be.
It'd be weird that Matt Edgar was in it, given that he's like verifiably friends with Chris and somewhat of a celebrity.
So a couple things about this bus. We bought it from a guy 2 blocks down from me was selling it. He was like a hippie that actually moved to Arizona, and he was selling a school bus. It was biodiesel. It ran on biodiesel fuel, which means it could run on vegetable oil. Which we thought was pretty cool. So it actually came with 2 big old barrels of vegetable oil. And the trick was if you just go to like a McDonald's or like a restaurant,
end of the night, it was supposed to be.
You just go and you grab all their old oil, and your freaking bus can run on that. The only thing is, it really stinks when you do that, and you end up smelling like you just work the fryer machine for.
It smells like what an oven hood would smell like after 25 years in a standard Filipino kitchen.
That's right.
Now, Chris, can I ask? And forgive me if you said this, but what did this bus set you guys back?
We each paid $230.
So like $3 or $4 grand.
Yeah.
Okay. And how long was it estimated that the 2 barrels that it came with would get you in miles?
We didn't check because the first time when we all got the bus and we took it for a ride, we took a way too hard of a turn and the barrels just fell and just vegetable oil just went ankle deep in vegetable oil, to where we had to get some kitty litter and clean it out, and then
kitty litter. I imagine that was a lot of kitty litter.
A lot of kitty litter. Yeah, so we ended up.
Chris, a good journal writer probably would have included that.
You would think, but this is
was that part of your recap?
I think you should rewrite the journal now.
I know we have to. This is not part of the recap because we got the bus like a year, not even a year, like 6 months before the trip. Remember, I've talked about we filmed like stuff for Pimp My Ride because they wanted to redo our bus, but then they said it was gonna take too long. We wouldn't be able to go on our trip, which we opted out of. We rented it out to take kids to prom, take kids around, it was like a big old party bus. Because imagine if you're in high school and you just like know people that drive a bus, and they'll take you around, or so all of our little brothers, we would go and take them to prom and stuff like that. So it was a good time. So
going to prom in the litter bus. Cool.
lot of kitty litter. We ended up, so when you're a biodiesel car, you can either do vegetable oil or you can do regular diesel fuel, and that's what we opted for, the diesel fuel. So so I'll just talk. So June 25th is it was a Sunday when we all get picked up. We know we're gonna be gone for a month, and what happened was the bus would just go to everybody's house and pick them up, and this is like the montage of rounding the crew together. So here we go. This is my journal, and I could skip around. Like there's I have like slang, I have drawings. Like slang, I have lingo that we use that to masturbate we called fishing.
Well, you're gonna have to include that going forward. Obviously. What's the point of reading this shit if you're not gonna read the fun stuff?
Yeah. We use the word Bomby a lot. Bomby, which if you use that as a noun, it means a hot girl, or if you use it as an adjective, it means really good. Oh, dude, this is
To be
bomb.
clear, you have these definitions in the journal as well.
Yes.
Oh wow, this is amazing.
So if you're using it as a noun when describing a girl, would you say she's a bomby?
Oh yeah, did you see that Bomby?
Okay. All right.
You see the
Yeah.
Bomby on the corner
I like
over there?
it.
Yeah.
I like it.
See the Bomby in the alley? Yeah. So
In the alley. Where were you guys?
It's usually where the
what
bombies
part
are,
of this
dude.
land
Great
is rife
question.
with bombies in the
There's
alleys?
a lot
Ooh.
of bombies in alleys, especially in 2006.
So. And like I have a whole restaurant rating where I rated them out of 10. So watch
Get
out
out
for
of
the
here,
scale
fucking
where-
Shaylock
And
say.
I'll just read the restaurants: Chili's in Phoenix, a
In
Bennigan's,
Phoenix, the specific to the locale.
the Bennigan's in Oklahoma City,
Oh my god.
a place called Forby's, 4 and the letter B apostrophe S, in New Mexico.
wonder what
Beef,
their-
burritos.
I wonder what their health
bread,
rating
and
was.
Butter.
Perkins in Gainesville, Whataburger in Gainesville, the Taco Bell in Florida.
Did you guys get stranded
The
in Florida?
Taco Bell.
And there's a place called Sticky
Singular.
Fingers in Washington D.C. Like
I
yeah,
thought that was a
so
restaurant.
yeah, so like I'm just I rated them all, and so they're look. So we
What
got
did 4Bs get?
4B's in Grants, New Mexico. Oh yeah, by the way, I was vegan this whole trip, and this is before like places had vegan menus, so like it was very difficult for me to eat. 4B's, Grants, New Mexico. Not much for vegans. Pretty good hash browns, but they barely give you any, and they were pricey for the amount given.
I feel you,
Sorry,
dude. That is
4Bs.
heartfelt. That is
Damn.
a heartfelt journal entry.
Yeah, Perkins in Gainesville. I had a salad. It was okay. So this is the kind of
It's about right.
Hard hitting journalism.
It's about right. You know,
So
Watch
again,
out,
this
Shea Fondele.
yeah, this was the summer after elementary school. What
it
was
sounds like the summer of
this?
love. This is seriously awesome, man.
No, this is 2 years out of high school. He's like certifiably an adult.
Matt, he had a salad and it was okay. You got to read between the lines.
Oh, by the way,
What else was going
Four-
on? There's so much.
4Bs
There's so much in there.
4B's ironically got a 3 out of 10, and Perkins got a 4 out of 10. So nothing good. I mean,
Did anything rate above a 5?
Great question.
Plenty.
What's rated the
The
highest?
Subway at Toluca. The
Let's see. A place got an 11.
Ooh,
wow.
Got a few. There are a few 10s. Cece's Pizza in Florida, all you can eat pizza buffet, and they do as many special orders as you want.
Wait a second. How
I'm
are you
noticing a
eating pizza
theme.
as a vegan?
No charge. So that's the thing. You order it without cheese.
Oh,
So that's bread.
sauce bread.
Yeah, we called
You're
it bread and
insane.
stuff. It's just bread and
Mhm.
sauce.
You know
Yeah.
what? In
All you can eat
Barcelona,
bread and stuff.
they
Cool.
had pan con tomate. That's a very, very popular
yeah,
appetizer.
bread and tomatoes.
Yeah, so that's kind of what you did, Chris.
See that's what I'm saying. I'm cultured. I'm very cultured as I write in these notebooks. I started off with this little notebook, and then eventually I was getting pretty crazy and had to get the big boy CVS composition notebook. So
How full is it, by the way? Did you get to the end, or
no. I think I probably gave. It's a pretty good amount though. So we're not going to read all of it because I don't want to bore everybody. But look, I wrote everybody's names down who went road trip 06, and yeah, and everywhere we went. So and I think I have like a review of a lot of the different cities that we went to, and various quotes as well. I write down quotes.
Quotes my goats.
How many of those can you not read these days?
Well, some of the lingo I'm not gonna read.
Matt, I'm amazed
talking about
you're letting
the
him.
bombies?
I'm amazed you're letting him say lingo this many times without freaking out. Like that's your thing. It's like the 4th time he said lingo, and you haven't batted an eye.
Yeah, I'm still just reeling for the fact that he has the glossary of their lingo within the dictionary or within the journal. It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
You see that Bomby in the alley.
I think we've stumbled upon a show title.
Arts. We used artsy fartsy a lot. Well, we said artsy, and then my definition was it means artsy fartsy. So
That's good.
short for
Yeah,
artsy
okay.
fartsy. So there you go. Anyway, so let me just get an entry here, and then we'll continue on with the show. Sorry, I just had
No,
to,
I love it.
No,
reset
don't
a little
apologize.
bit.
This is fantastic.
All right, so this is once again from the Journal.
Bussin' makes me feel good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there's an intro.
Just chef's kiss.
What up, Casey Peters? Thank you so much.
KC,
So good.
killing it.
Yeah, he actually. So yeah, big shout out to Casey Peters for turning that around real quick. He actually said, "I've been meaning to tell you, my old band singer in between songs used to sing loudly. Bustin' makes me feel good." So he was very familiar with the song.
Wow,
That's amazing.
So, all right, Sunday, June 25th, 2006. I got picked up by the bus at about 4 a.m. My cousin and I were the fourth house. Oh, yeah, my cousin's on this trip, too. My cousin John. I immediately find a place to lie down as the bus continues to pick up more members. After everyone is on and finds a comfortable spot, all I can remember is a bunch of yelling and smiling because everyone's so excited. Mikey even cried because he was so happy.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the Mikey you all know.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the John that I know.
Yeah. As far as food and drinks went, we had enough waters and snacks to last us days. We began heading towards Phoenix because a lot of us wanted to skate Pecos Skate Park. Now, there's a place called Pecos Skate Park. Amazing skate park in Phoenix.
Is that in Phoenix?
Well, it's like, Pecos, I believe it is, or Tempe. I don't know, but
Kidding, dude.
on the way there, all I can recall is being super sweaty and miserable on the bus. The heat definitely took a toll on us, and I don't think I've ever been so hot in such a long time.
Did anyone ever consider that the first destination was through a long, uninhabitable desert where there's no fucking support for cars that may or may not break down or need biodiesel fuel?
You would think. We didn't think.
The other options, though, I mean, to bypass that, the other options are what? The 5 Grapevine on that bus, and then maybe 395 and escape finally out 80. You got to go all the way to Northern California. I mean, if your goal is to get across the country, I think your only fucking choice.
I don't know, Dawes. I'm just saying I might want a few hundred miles under my belt where I feel comfortable that this fucking bus is going to make it.
That's true. Also, we didn't really know, like we used paper maps to get around because we didn't have internet or anything like that. The bus, by the way, maxed out at like 40 miles per hour on a good day.
Oh, God.
Which, let me translate. That means you made it to Phoenix in about 12 hours.
Had a governor on it.
The fact that you guys were so happy and excited that you were practically, and in some cases literally crying, and then cut to all of you guys miserable, sweating, and like, what have we done? And this trip is only just beginning.
Yeah.
And then cap it off with dinner at Chili's in Phoenix.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, Chili's in Phoenix sounds like the best part of this trip so far.
I'll get to the Chili's. Almost everyone, including myself, was wearing nothing but board shorts. It was so hot. It was too hot to even talk. But we get to the.
That's fucking hot.
Was anyone fishing at this point?
We get to the skate park in AZ.
No answer.
No, we didn't. I will say this.
No answer.
We didn't. We did not. I will. I can.
You had a term for it, but it definitely didn't happen.
No,
okay.
we use that as a joke. After reaching skate park in AZ, we noticed something. We look across and discover that there is a public pool right next to it.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
And not even just a public pool, more like a mini water park.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Had a water slide, fountains. It had everything.
And they did not let us in.
It was also the first time I've seen everyone happy since the Arizona heat started. I get out my skateboard and proceed to the park. I do one run, then head back to the bus. It's time to go to the pool. It was so effing hot. I'm sweating just writing about this. We swim, and then we swim for a while. Then they ask everyone to leave because there is a storm brewing. It's monsoon season, and there are going to be sandstorms.
100%. by the way, can confirm, and I learned this when I moved to Arizona, that for about a month or two, every day at like 4:30 in the afternoon, just without fail, the skies just open up, and it's a nightmare.
Damn.
Yeah. So we didn't know anything about this. They said it over a PA speaker.
Yeah, a lot
broken
of
PA
homeless
speaker.
people die in sewers. When this
Well, no,
happens.
that's the thing, Dawson, because it's the desert and they need the water. There are no sewers, so the streets just fill with water.
No, they had at least in I think in the Palm Springs area, they have underground aqueducts that are just to catch flood water, but those things fill up in a matter of seconds.
Yeah. Either way, we couldn't swim at this mini water park anymore. So we leave and get back on the bus and head to Chili's because we're all hungry as F.
Smart.
I had the black bean burger, but it tasted like nothing because I had a cold.
Oh.
So I do remember this. I definitely had a cold when the trip started. Like something just hit me quick, and I had to try to sweat it out.
Hey guys, I know we're all going to be in close proximity for the next month. Just so you know, I'm sick.
I go back. We head to another skate park at night, and I tried my best to skate it and sweat out my fever. It kind of worked. Arizona has super good skaters, so I was very impressed. While some skated, the other dudes got drinks and ice, and I guess some Arizona kid called them California trash. What an ass. Yeah. After we skated, called it a night. Only then did I realize how uncomfortable it's to sleep in a bus shared with 15 other guys.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, and the night turned out to be super cold too, compared to how hot it was during the day. And of course, I had no blanket. And then I just wrote.
Oh my god!
So that's the day one. First, and I wrote highlights. Highlights were Mike crying, figuring out the beanbag situation. There were too many. All my Nutter Butters were gone before I had one.
Too much fishing?
I'm in love with this.
All my Nutter Butters gone before I even get one. Wow.
That's awful.
That's some bullshit, man.
I was really mad. I could see I pressed the pen a lot harder on that one.
Yeah.
Moments ago, we had enough snacks to last days. Now Chris can't even get to a fucking Nutter Butter. This is fantastic.
The quote, California trash. I rock and rolled and rocked the fakie the big bowl at the skate park. Hot weather and little Jarrell. I don't know.
There's nothing else about little Jarrell?
I just wrote little Jarrell. So
He's got to be one of the skaters.
I imagine so, because I do know a guy named Jarrell who's a friend, and he skates, so maybe he reminded us of him, but smaller, I'm guessing. But yeah, little Jarrell. So that was Phoenix, and then since I talked about the Chili's, I gave the Chili's a 7 out of 10, and my
for a black bean burger that didn't taste like anything.
Yeah.
Chili's in Phoenix, Arizona, 7 out of 10, and my comment was, it was Chili's. So
right.
I don't really,
Yeah,
I don't really know what that means, but
I mean, Chili's is Chili's.
Yeah,
I think
everybody
that
knows what means.
might have gotten a few extra points there because they had a vegan option.
Good call. Yeah, if they only had the beef burger, I don't think we'd be seeing a 7 out of 10 right now.
yeah.
Especially with the comment, it was Chili's.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first day. Then the Monday, we go from Phoenix to Albuquerque, New Mexico, and I'll stop there. So,
Wow.
anyways, that
Can you
was,
play I know we don't usually play outros, but you caught us off guard when you played the
I
intro.
know.
I want to hear it again.
happily. Here we go.
Bussin' makes me feel good.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so good,
Clean.
Casey. Well done.
I love the double hit, hard out.
Yeah.
That's what we
It's
call
great.
it, a sting.
Yeah.
And it stings real hard. All right.
It's
Anyways,
a cold fade.
yeah. So thanks for humoring me with reading some of the stuff I haven't even seen since I wrote it. So very good. Oh, and by the way, I also wrote down what the bus was a 1990 Chevy Bluebird school bus. The maximum occupancy is 16, which we covered. 23 feet long, 1,100 pounds. Oh,
Nope.
and
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
yeah,
1,100 pounds. My car weighs
maybe it was
3,000.
maybe it was 11,000.
Yeah, I think it was probably
I forgot a
11,000.
zero. I didn't put a comma. And then and my quote was dropping Crosby's, which must have meant going poop.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's some more.
Maybe
slang.
you don't need to read every part of the
Gotta
joke.
drop some drop some Crosbys. So that was some more slang, I guess, for you all.
Oh, thank you, Chris. Thank you. Oh, that was great.
Oh boy.
Hey, Chris, you see that little red button on the screen of your Roadcaster? You may want to give that a tap.
It's not okay. It's not Cosby's. Are you relating it to Bill Cosby?
I mean, that is what you said, right?
Dropping.
No, he
Crosby's
said
with an R.
Crosby's.
Oh, okay.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
It was silent. It was a silent R. We all heard it.
I said dropping Crosby's, and that was coined by Manny, one of the guys there, and it said, "See also, dropping Diane's, dropping chorizos, or dropping yeyes." So we call it a bunch of different things throughout the trip.
Oh, Boston makes me feel good.
Dropping yeyes.
Dropping yayas.
Oh, oh man.
God,
That's
boys are so
fantastic.
stupid.
We really are. Oh, all right. Let's do some comments. You guys down?
Let's go.
Okay.
Now it's time for listener comments.
All right. These are our comments delivered to us by you, the listeners, whether it's our Patreon page or our Facebook group. For Patreon, go to patreon.com/watercooler. If you sign up, you get to leave comments there. You get to you get an extra episode of Watercooler a week, but not just any extra episode, a continuation of this very podcast. Right, Matt?
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. And
Well done, guys. That went just like rehearsal.
he was not expecting that. That was my bad.
No.
I really sprung that on him. And then you also get opportunities like meetups and movie nights and things like that. So please,
Like this Wednesday we're doing,
Yeah.
right?
Why, by the way, we'll announce that it's this coming Wednesday. We're going to do the meetup, and then we're going to roll straight into the movie club for Upgrade.
boom. So there we go.
Watched it for the third time last night. Still a fucking phenomenal movie.
So
Chris, you watched it yet?
Do I still have to watch it? If Dawson, can I just take one of Dawson's?
Nope,
Is
you
that
got to watch
three?
it.
All right. I have not watched it yet. I probably will watch it tomorrow, so it'll be a real fresh when we do movie club. All righty. So anyway, these are comments from there, and then I'll get to Facebook. So this is from our episode last week, Ball Drop. David Matt Mammoth 69 Spitz says, Happy New Year, fuckers.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Joe Cool says, Matt's lose-lose joke deserves some recognition. Good one, Matt.
Thank you. I don't remember it.
There's a very blue joke by Jacob More or Less, and you got to sign up for Patreon for that one because I don't want to I don't want YouTube to flag our show, but it's a goodie. Aiden Wolf says, gosh, I just have this drop right all the time. When asked the most recent song that anyone liked, I immediately thought of Shabuzi. Good call, Gary. Next in line for me would be Blink's newest album. Oh yeah, I do like that album, Aiden. I also
great
like
album.
that Bruno Mars and Rose song.
Yeah, it's a good one.
I like that one too. Andrea Wilson says Gangbusters. So she
That's
made,
okay. I think we settled on the winner though.
some of these people comment in real time though, so she probably eventually heard Busted Makes Me Feel Good. Oh, because Ghostbusters, Gangbusters. Yeah. Eric Lepore says, I feel the need to explain my screen on my fridge. Yeah, Eric, I think you do too. I feel this need. I need some explaining.
I have been wondering.
He says, we live in an older house. All right, Eric, that doesn't help.
With
So
a
the
newer
house of the
fridge.
future, yeah.
Yeah.
We live in an older house with a captive kitchen. My wife and I enjoy cooking. When our son was born, we needed a new fridge, and that one gave my wife the ability to watch our son's monitor and see the front door and other areas of the house while still being in the kitchen. Oh,
Smart.
okay.
Okay.
All without having to add an external screen to our already cramped kitchen counters. We can also watch cooking videos on it while we cook or listen to music or our favorite podcasts. I never thought about
Nice.
that. People could be listening or watching this show on their refrigerator.
20% of our audience listens from their fridge.
That's right.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that, but these are the times. So,
Mhm. It's a
there's-
fact.
and we just want to say it smells good in there, whatever you're cooking, and we appreciate you. And it's cold in here. Bill Zoverdu says, I remember a few months ago when everyone got prison names. I don't remember what was then, but I think it's time for an update. I don't remember my prison name, but I remember it being cool. Not being embarrassing at all. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
that sounds exactly like what would
That's
happen
kinda
on
what
this
the
show.
Yeah, I think so. I think it had something to do with like how strong I am. Kyle
Probably.
T. Yeah. Kyle T says, I thought Matt would have said Candolph. Oh, for the game of making your cans a big old staff.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, Dawson saying thou shall not pass out. I still think about that. So
That was pretty funny.
anybody. Let's do a couple Facebook comments now. And by the way, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, you got to join. It's real easy. Just go to facebook.com/groups/Bobo Boy Army Worldwide LLC. Then you answer a few questions, and then we might let you in.
And then you can save posts, and you'll never be able to find them again.
Some inside baseball right there.
This is true. Julie Marie. She
2 first names.
Is that your Julie, Chris, or Matt, rather?
It is not, but I'm excited to hear from this lady.
Okay.
Hello, I am the wife of Matt Fondelier.
What?
Julie Marie just wants some tech support, and I think we have a really good answer for this. She says, "What is a good digital player that I can use to play music and podcasts? I can download podcasts at home using Wi-Fi, but I won't be able to stream away from home because too many people at work have been on their phones, so we can't use them anymore. Yes, not even for podcasts. And as someone who gets distracted, listening to podcasts and music has been the only thing that keeps me focused while working. There are a lot of chatterers in my office. What can I use to listen to podcasts?" Well, Julie, I think you got to get a fridge and bring it to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think this is
perfect.
This is what you need.
It's good.
You're probably going to need a bigger car or some sort of trailer. And you know the rule is if you're transporting a fridge, you can't do it on its side. It has to be upright the whole time. So just a little life pro tip for you there too, because I don't want you to ruin this new fridge that you're buying. But yeah, bring the fridge to work, and they can't get mad at you.
Yeah. Let's bring your fridge to work.
And your drinks will stay cold.
Oh, and you're gonna have the coldest drinks. You got the crispiest salads.
Oh,
crispy salads. Better than Perkins.
I know usually in a work setting, if you keep all the food in the same fridge, there's usually a little bit of arguments over touching people's food and eating each other's foods. I think as a sign of good gesture, you should tell people that they can put their food into your refrigerator.
Smart.
Oh,
I disagree.
Yeah. And no, find the diabetic and just say, "Hey, can I keep your insulin cold?"
That's nice. If there's a medical need, then I think that's nice. But if you start open up your fridge to the whole office, then there's going to be fighting over your fridge.
Yeah, there's going to be people who put fish in it.
Yeah, you're going to have some monster bring in Cioppino and then want to go reheat it.
I can't even put Cioppino in the fridge now?
Both of you just said it correctly. I'm so proud of you guys. I didn't hear one Cioppino.
The only reason to put it in the fridge is to reheat it later. So no, you can't put it in the fridge. It should not enter the workplace.
What if I want to eat my Cioppino cold?
Cioppino is my favorite.
We don't know that. Yeah, and Gary actually did bring a mini fridge to Corolla Studios and stored it there, and we all used it. I think Gary even hit a football in it. Like there was a lot of stuff that's stored in it.
Still in my house, by the way.
You still have it?
I got looked at very sideways when I took it back when my main fridge at my house broke. And somebody stuck up for me and was like, he bought that and brought it in here. Like, you can't be mad at him for taking it back.
And I would like credit because I was the sticker upper.
That was you. Yes. No, it was Chris for sure.
Because
and
this
by
is
the
what
way,
happens.
They were still mad at me.
Yeah, this is what happens.
And I was fired shortly thereafter.
It's Fridgegate.
I don't know if it was related or not, but
it wasn't unrelated.
We'll always wonder.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, so here's the thing. You can't just bring, this is your fault, Gary. You can't bring your fridge to work and let it just sit there for years, because after there's a certain amount of time that passes to where it is no longer your fridge.
Yeah, the thing, Julie Marie, what we're saying is you're gonna have to bring your fridge home every Friday.
You have to transport it to and from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now a little bit of revisionist history there, because I, in fact, did not bring that fridge to work. Kaylin brought that fridge to work after I abandoned it when I moved out on Kaylin and didn't want to lug that fucking thing down the stairs. So it
then
lived
was
in
no longer your
Kaylin's.
fridge.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
it was still my fridge.
The plot thickens.
You left.
And by
you
the
left
way-
that fridge. You left that fridge when you moved. You had
You
Kaylin
abandoned
raise
it.
it.
You
and then-
abandoned your fridge.
And then Kaylin brought it to work.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you just want your fridge when it's all grown up and cool?
Yeah.
You didn't
Still
pay
my
fridge
fridge.
support for years.
That's right. You can't just do that.
That
Still my
fridge,
Come
fridge?
back into this fridge.
that fridge has grown up without a father.
No, that fridge is still in my backyard. It's still humming 15 years later.
Backyard.
And I ordered a new one for my current office. I wasn't gonna lug that
So
fucking
it sits
fridge.
out in the cold,
Yeah.
being poured on in the rain,
Yeah.
No.
while you enjoy a new
The
refrigerator.
fridge?
Right.
It is not sitting in the rain. It is under the underhang on the patio. It is well cared for.
No, it's
And
not.
Mm.
yes, it is.
No, it's
You
out
said
in
it
the
was
middle of the
humming. I think
backyard.
it's crying. I think it's crying.
No,
It
it's not
feels
crying.
rejected.
It's not crying. It gets used for parties.
You use it. You hear how he used the
It's
words he chose just now
Yeah,
Use-
I use it. That's right.
Mm.
at parties.
Yeah.
Correct. Where there's mirth and friendship.
It's a service.
And then
Nothing
Chris
more.
judges me as he drives off.
Well, at least there's mirth.
I know. I remember leaving your house last time and went, I'm going to keep my fridge inside.
You're a pioneer.
Well, anyway, Julie, other than that, I mean, some people put some like old MP3 players. It's just weird. I haven't had to think about that, but yeah, you can't have your phone. There should be just a service where people just reenact podcasts for you. It's right in front of you. Live podcasts. And
That would
just perform
certainly
it.
increase workflow around the office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any chance
I
you
know.
work in the Lake Arrowhead area?
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I'm ready.
Yeah. Yeah. If for the right price, we do corporate events, Julie. And if your work would like to fly us out there and perform a podcast for all of you, for your coworkers.
Business class
Yeah.
is
Or-
that's on our
or
rider.
better. Yeah. And we haven't even seen our green room rider yet, but just prepare. It's expensive. Then we will happily do that though, and entertain your workers and keep the morale up there because you're going to need it. Or just bring your fridge to work, whichever's easier. Alrighty. Let's see. Justin Hancock says, is anyone else doing the whole dry January thing?
No.
I'm doing the half dry January thing. So I'm just every other day
Damp
Nice.
January.
drinking. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. Say half.
Not the whole dry January
Yeah.
thing.
Damn.
Uh,
How about you, Matt?
I mean, I would like to curb the amount that I've been drinking, but I'm making no promises.
there's a man who knows thyself.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it is too late
Good.
for me. I
May you
already
find
drank.
peace this new year, my friend.
Thank you.
I love it.
You
In
as
fact,
well.
in
Yeah.
fact, over the weekend I had an espresso martini,
Mm.
so I'm already out. But Erica Mercado Delgado just wrote, "I need Matt's espresso martini, please and thank you." The recipe, that is.
Oh, I was gonna say, yeah.
Well, both, whichever one you can give her. But yeah, sorry, I missed a word. Need Matt's espresso martini recipe, please and thank
All
you.
right, let me write it down here.
Write it down. We'll get into it. Yeah, make it on the show. I want to see you make it like this is a cooking show, and then pull it out of the oven because there wasn't enough time to wait. for
Okay,
it.
well, not tonight, but maybe I can do that another time.
Okay.
That's a lot.
And
You're
you know
gonna
what-
roast
you know
the
what cup
fucking
I want
beans.
This just went from discussing whether or not I'll be drinking in January to can you make cocktails live on air for it?
There
you go.
fast.
I will say that something that will get you 2/3 of the way there is a cold brew liqueur called Mr. Brown's that you can get at Total Wine. Check that out. Only need to add one or two other things. It's right there on the bottle. Make
Yeah.
you a pretty goddamn good espresso martini.
There's a lot of really good coffee liqueurs out there. And,
Yeah.
or just throw it in Jameson, and it's like an Irish coffee, but but even the coffee is liquor in it. It's wonderful stuff. Yeah. So definitely we'll have that. Matt, you know what cup I'm gonna want you to use when you make this?
Yeah.
Oh, my espresso martinis are way too big for that. It will completely overflow.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Matt. For those who don't know, Matt got a really cool cup in Barcelona.
Yeah. It's really the talk of the town. Everyone on the show is in love with it, and they're
Yeah.
all jealous that they don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, a homeless guy took a cat food container and cut it in half.
Shoved a slinky up
It
his
does.
ass.
It does look like a large tuna can from the 1950s.
Oh
doesn't
my
it?
god.
Charged
Yeah.
about $100 for
It
it.
does.
So,
This is a $70 suit.
anyway, so I'd love to see that cup again. That piece of art, please. All right. Well, anyway, I think that's it for this particular show.
Yeah, I think that's a show, fellas.
Look, we had a lot going on.
Fishing makes me feel good.
Dude. Oh, you know, Matthew Cadlin had one comment that actually I was thinking about. He put Gary actually doing a good job hosting anytime Chris is gone, and the rest of the guys picking up the slack and putting out shows during the holidays, and then seeing all the comments are about mouth licks.
Well, thank you.
A picture of Jonah Hill and Superbad going, "Fuck me, right?" Yeah, so it's awesome.
It's okay.
And yeah, so there's plenty more. Dawson's been commenting on there too about Fourth Dimensions, and people have been liking the Ace Awards, and
Oh man, I forgot that last episode of Patreon that we did with all that UFO talk with Kalen. That was some fucking gold.
Started watching
I
that
had no idea.
documentary Moment of Contact, and there's a lot of subtitles, and so it's going to take me like weeks to watch this. I just don't have the time to fucking read TV.
yeah.
I like to watch TV. I don't like to read TV.
Oh, and one more thing. Ryan Scripps says, I'm watching How to Kill Your Dragon after coming up from watching Mufasa, and it's crazy how far animation has gotten.
How to kill your
How
dragon?
to kill your dragon?
Yeah, it should be How to Train Your Dragon.
I mean, it's a way more disturbing children's film the other way, but you know, to each their own.
Ryan wrote How to Kill Your Dragon.
It's a weird section of YouTube.
Yeah.
Don't watch that. I suggest watching How to Train Your Dragon. Might be one of
It's much more lighthearted.
might be one of my top 3 animated films.
It's a good one.
I think it's just the story is so strong and I love it. And and just the sequels. Sequels are good too.
How do you feel about the upcoming live action version?
I don't know yet. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not
I don't
optimistic.
think we need it. I don't think we need it. I think it's too soon. What are we doing here, people? But you know, I'm open to it. It could be good. It's a really good story. So if it works, it works. And Mr. Butler is in it again.
Jerry,
as
our friend Jerry.
yeah, as Stoic, the Great. So we'll see how that turns out. But anyway, why don't we go around the horn, get our plugs in? We'll start Patreon. I will start over there, all the way in Austin, Texas. Matt Fondelier.
Yeah, patreon.com/watercooler. Please check it out. Throw us $5 a month. Hear the second part of the show. We'd love to have you continue on in this community. And I'll also say Amazon Prime recently added Pop Culture Jeopardy, which is super fun to watch if you guys like Jeopardy. Colin Jost is the host, and he's incredibly charming, and it's all pop culture categories, and it's a much lighter and funnier version of Jeopardy while actually still being Jeopardy. So I've been enjoying the shit out of it.
Nice.
So I'll recommend that.
Nice.
All right, yeah. Watch, and I think I'm gonna watch that too. Then I love Jeopardy. And
I mean, watching regular Jeopardy, I feel like it's very difficult to know the answers. I don't know about you. I like to shout the answers out while I watch the show. But Pop Culture Jeopardy, I feel like I know a lot more of it.
Oh, yeah, I love all trivia shows, to be honest. And I wish Lingo was still around. By the way, Matt,
It is.
playing New York Times games in your browser.
God damn
You
it!
gotta-
I was getting to it in my plug.
Well, I thought we got to get into that in the next show. I don't even know what the fuck is wrong.
Sorry. Well, okay,
okay.
Gary, what's
It's
your
okay.
plug? What's your plug?
Patreon.com/watercooler. We just announced that we're going to do our monthly meetup for December. We're a little behind on Wednesday evening at 6:30 Pacific, and then we'll roll right into our movie club for Upgrade. And then I'd like to plug the New York Times app for anyone who likes to play games. It's the only way that a civilized human being would play those games. I'm a big fan of Connections, the mini crossword, Wordle.
Yes.
But if you're going to play any of those things, be a civilized human being and do it within the New York Times gaming app.
Yeah. What he's saying, Matt, is become an app daddy. And stop being a browser bitch.
Well said.
Wow. That's no response to that.
Pretty hardcore, dude.
There's your episode title.
Yes.
Browser bitch.
And then Doss,
Wow.
so about you.
If you've never seen the movie Wonderland starring Val Kilmer, watch it. It's fucking good. It's a good movie.
Wonderland.
And I'm gonna be in
The trumpet one. He plays the trumpet.
No.
Or saxophone or something.
No, it's all about the Wonderland murders.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
And Val Kilmer plays John Holmes.
Has nothing to do with the John Mayer.
So this is a 2003 film. There's a 2024 film with the same title, but you want the 2003 Val Kilmer movie.
Yeah. Watch it. It's a fantastic fucking movie. And then I'm going to be in San Pedro at the San Pedro Brew Company, doing a show with Dean Del Rey on Saturday, January 18th. And then January 19th in North Hollywood at the Ha Ha for the very first time. And I got to bring 10 people because this is a new, that's fucking, I hate bringer
like
shows, but it's whatever, dude. No, it's just, Got
to bring 5 people per Ha.
They say no one's going to keep me off the stage, but they're like, we expect all of our comedians to promote and bring 10 guests. And it's like, yeah, that doesn't happen. That's not the way any of this works. But that's the way it's going to work on January 19th at the Ha Ha. Follow me at Los Angeles for more.
Yeah, let's get Dawson. Let's fill that place out for Dawson, everybody, and show him some support. All right, and then as for me, sign up for Patreon. I'm playing music at Marina Wine in Long Beach on February 7th, and I think that's it. We'll be back for Patreon later this week. Thanks again for letting me read my journal, and man, it's real personal stuff. Did not expect when I was writing this that I'd be reading it on a podcast all these years later, or nor did I know what a podcast was.
Podcasts didn't exist back then.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for everybody for listening, for subscribing to this show, just for being awesome, and we'll see you later. We love you. Goodbye.